Today we're going to unbox the Flybear, and it's the F16. And basically, I just got back into flying. When I was in high school, I built those balsa planes, a 4-channel. I should have never started with a 4-channel. Had the gas-powered motor, the nitro motor with the glow plug and all that. And didn't do too good with it, crashed it all to pieces, so I stayed away from planes for a long time, and now I just got back into them, and I recommend this little bugger for starting out, the little Z50 Cessna 2-channel with the 2 motors, differential thrust, and this is how I got back into flying. It flies great, and you can actually do some acrobatics with it when it's up high, wide open on the throttle, and then on the other side just keep going back and forth in high rate, right and left, and it'll actually do wing overs. And when the breeze is just right, I've had it upside down for a little bit, but just do it up high so it's not hitting the ground. And the good thing is, if it does hit the ground, it's good and flexible. It's not like those big RC planes. But for today, this is my upgrade. I'm getting into fighter jet, you know, same differential thrust, but just a little bit better look to it. So kind of excited about that. The kids and I are both all flying, basically. They are having fun with the hobby too, and I figure I can have a bunch of these planes because they're affordable, and if they crash, you can you know, it doesn't take much to fix them if something does break. But basically, this is what we get. We get the nice F16. I grew up with these kind of planes. I'm from Wisconsin. I went to the EAA many times watching air shows and stuff, and I just love all kinds of planes, the World War II planes and everything. So basically, we just got to glue on our vertical stabilizer. It's got a pretty nice size remote. It's a little bit bigger than the Z50 remote. A little bit like a PlayStation style. That's what the boys say. Hey, it's like PlayStation. So at first I thought, that doesn't look real cool, but yeah, I guess it's for the younger crowd with the PlayStation. And then of course we get the landing gear, 2 extra props, a little charger, and then the battery should be in here. It feels like there's a little weight flopping around. So yep, there's a little battery, a little LiPo battery. So I'll get this thing assembled, charge up the battery, and then we'll come back and check out what it's like, and then we'll do a little flight a little bit later after I practice a little bit. So thank you. Okay, we got it all put together, batteries all charged up. Basically what I do, I put the landing gear in, and then just a little bit of hot glue, because I don't want it falling out and losing it in the field. That's kind of hard to find this little stuff in a grassy field. I know some people like to fly it without the landing gear. Looks more like a realistic jet, but I always display mine on a shelf in the house, so I just want to keep the landing gear on it. And when I do land like in a field, I think the landing gear helps save the propellers a little bit. If they're still spinning, you know, it will hit first before the propellers. And then it's said to use the included glue for the vertical stabilizer, but there wasn't any glue. So once again, I used just a little bit of hot melt glue because it won't hurt the foam. You know, if you have something like epoxy, might melt the foam, because I know in the past I've used too strong of a glue on some styrofoam things, and it melts it. And then I guess the only drawback of the controller is it does not have a trim button. It has a fake one there that's molded into the case, and the manual just said if it's you know, yawing to the right or to the left, turning while you're trying to go straight, you're just meant to bend the vertical stabilizer a little bit to straighten it out. So even this cheaper Cessna, the Z50, has buttons on the transmitter to adjust for if one motor is spinning faster than the other, but the more expensive one does not. But once you get it, you know, flying straight, it'll be okay. And then there's no high rate buttons on this one, which is surprising because all my other planes, the 2-channel planes, the drone, the WL helicopter, they all got high rate for turning quicker and a low rate for beginners, but this one does not have that. So, but it's got the gyros, you can hear it. I'll bring it up to speed. and it uses the torque of the motors. If it's going upside down, it'll help bring it back and stuff. So it's good for beginners. And I just wanted a cool looking plane, and I'm just moving up from the Cessna. So I'll do a little practicing, and then I'll put on a flight video. I don't want to be first time flying, because that'll be kind of boring for you guys, and I'll be like, trying not to crash. So we'll see you later. Second flight, I flew it once to just get used to it, and no adjustments necessary. It flew perfect right out of the box. So here we go, throttle up like 60%. Go chase birds. This one turns nice. Little bumps on the stick works good. Too much in it nose dives a little bit.